Hello everyone! So today I'm going to explain how to use simple animation tricks to render different options of your interior scene. So for example, what I mean, that you have an interior scene and you need different versions of it, like for example the customer wants one image with dividers between the tables and one image without the dividers between the tables. And you just would like to let it render and go do your other stuff, go do some sports. And there is a way to do it without, hiding layers or objects. For that, you can use animation. First, we would need to animate the object that is changing. In our case, those are just all the dividers. So we select all the dividers. Fortunately, we have them all named. And now we can have that all the divider shapes are selected, and we need to set the animation toggle to the frame number 0, so in the very beginning, and we set the key here. So now it is fixed that all the dividers at frame number 0 are in this position. And now what we do next, we enable the auto key mode. We can press here or we can press letter N on the keyboard. We move the toggle to the frame number 1. Now all we need to do is to just get rid of the divider. So get rid means we can just move them away like 3000 centimeters. We can unplug the auto key mode now and check by moving this toggle that dividers come and go and come. Awesome. But even besides animating objects, we can animate materials as well. That could be also very handy in some situations. So this is how we do it. For example, we have a wall, and now the wall is just plain white. Let's call it a wall material. We can see that it's just white color. But we want to test how this wall would look gray and yellow and black and whatnot. So for that we take an empty slot and we put here a multi-subject material from Corona. No, not from Corona, from normal materials. Discard, yes, and now we know that we only want 4 options, so we leave it at 4. We take the original material and we copy it here, and we copy it as a copy. Now we can make our variations. For instance, this one, wall number 2, we want dark gray, and then this one, wall number 3, we want yellow, and then this one, wall number 4, we just want maybe beige. Okay, now we see there are these variations, and if we just assign this material to the wall, it looks like nothing has happened, but that's not all. We need to also apply a certain modifier here to the object itself. That would be a material modifier. And now we can see here there is a number. So if we manually change this number, the wall will change its material to material number 2 or to material number 3. Now that's awesome, that works. So all we have to do now is to animate it. And for that we select the object and we put the toggle in the 0 frame, we set the key, and now the best part is that even if you would have 15 materials, you can smoothly animate from 1st to 15th. You just need to count the exact amount of frames equal to the amount of materials you have, and then set there the needed one. We again enable the auto key mode, and we go that we have 4 materials, so that will be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Here in the frame number 3 we will have the 4th material, and we go here in the material modifier and put number 4. Now we can disable the auto key mode, and we can check that it is smoothly animated. Now it goes from 0 to, it goes from the 1st material to 2nd to 3rd and to 4th. Awesome, lovely. And now we just need to know how to render all this beautiness. And that we can do in several ways. First of all, of course, we have to set up where we'll save all our images and give them a proper name. And the format that we want. Don't forget to indicate amount of passes that you would like to have, or hours, whichever is more preferable, maybe passes. And now we want, once to launch render, then it will save this path where we're saving. Now we can cancel it. Now even if we go to the batch render, it will have the same path saved there. That's very convenient. So option 1 is to render just, instead of rendering a single frame, we will render a range of frames. For example, from frame 0 to frame 3. And you can see here that all the materials will be changing. And we set here from frame 0 to frame 3. And we press render. It will render all the 4 images one by one. And save in the folder where we've indicated with the index after the name, like 000, 001 or 002, depending on the frame. Another option is to use batch render in case that we don't want them all, but we want only frame 0 and let's say frame 2 with the yellow wall. So now when we add the view, it will already have the path. We just need to indicate also the camera. And please don't forget that that's very important, so you don't render viewport, but you render the camera that you want. And then here you can press override preset and show from which frame to which frame you're rendering. And it can be just one image if the frames match, or it can be several images if it's from 1 to 2, for example. But let's say we want only frame 0 and frame 2. So here we put from 2 to 2, and then we check that everything is correct here. This is correct. Awesome. Now when we've checked everything, we can just press render and go have our lunch or our coffee.